Alright, we are continuing with episode 7 of our absolutely brutal Western Roman Empire in Total War Attila. In last episode we fought absolutely devastating war with Vandals in Italia. They managed to sack 3 our cities in 3 different provinces, so our public order across the board is crap here. But we did cause them brutal losses in defensive battles and then quickly raised fresh armies and destroyed them. So Vandals are no more. Elsewhere we have Ostrogoths pushing deeper into our territory. They are on their last legs. This is their last horde. If we destroy them, it's game over for them. They are, however, in an alliance with crappy Visigoths over here, who are one of the many factions tearing Arcadius apart. They have 2 cities. They've taken 2 regions over, so perhaps we don't mind war with them to make an example out of them and help Arcadius a little bit. And they're also allies. A tiny stack here and another one recruiting here in their capital. By the time we get to them, they'll be probably up to full. Most worryingly though, look at this. Brutal Huns, with an absolute doomstack, at least compared to the crap we have. A shock cav, melee cav, skirmishing cav, horse archers, and infantry that's way better than our guys. Probably need 1.5 if not 2 stacks to beat a stack like that. Also they have another horde here, and they just destroyed Constantinopolis, so we are on a collision course with them. Since they are at war with Arcadius, it's too late to redirect them elsewhere. We'll need to face them. We'll need to face them very, very soon. On top of that, crappy Jutes are sending expedition force at us. Look at this. 2 transport fleets heading towards Britannia. Gets did the same, but during AI turn we could see that they are pulling away. Yeah, they're here, next to their capital. 1 and a bit of crap stack. Okay, I'm going to follow these 2 transport fleets from Jutes. Find out what they're up to, where they're going to strike. I want to have a closer look at them and then pull the spy further south. In Britannia we're looking at wave of rebellions. Britannia Inferior will rebel next turn, and in 3 turns Britannia Superior will do the same. We have a brutal stack here, probably too many troops. All these guys are costing us a fortune. Speaking of troops that are costing us a fortune, we also have this guy here. He's absolutely brilliant, Flavius Neotirius. Look at this man, he is providing plus 12, plus 10 public order because of artist. Absolute hero, political animal, huh? Would be good to adopt him. But perhaps we don't need these guys after all. Public order is stable across the board. It's not going down anywhere in Iberia. And these guys are costing us a lot. Let's disband them. Yeah, we just saved almost 600 gold per turn. And it only costs us 1 public order. There's no way it's worth paying 600 gold for an extra 1 public order every single turn. If rebellion happens, we have plenty of mercs available here. And I'm going to keep this guy on the campaign map because of the plus 10 public order. In fact, it's more than plus 10, because his presence alone is also providing a little bit. This province is decaying by 2, but this is going up by 13. We'll probably be just alternating between these 2, because elsewhere things look reasonably stable. It's all green across the board in Iberia. I didn't expect to stabilize the situation so quickly, but then again we built a bunch of capitals almost everywhere, so that certainly helped. However, Mauritania is rotting. I will worry about that later. There's also this brutal war against between desert tribes. Our pals Gaetulians are fighting our enemies, or future enemies, Garmantians, who are stronger. They have 2 full stacks. Well, we'll have full once next turn once that guy finishes recruiting. Ideally, we want to use this war to wipe Garmantians out because they absolutely hate us. And if we join Gaetulians, whom we are already trading with, relationship with them will improve sufficiently that we'll strike non-aggression with them, and since they are reliable and defensive and religiously tolerant, that seems like a perfect neighbors. This will complete securing of the southern flank, because Morians are already firmly in our camp. Look at this, they love us. Admire strong empires, beautiful, reliable, defensive and loyal. Couldn't ask for more. But these crappy Garmantians, huh? Over minus 100, minus 102, absolutely brutal. Culturally intolerant, hates rival empires. There's no way we can maintain peace with these guys, and they're quite strong as well. If they defeat Gaetulians, they could be a real threat. So we are going to tip the scales in this war. Therefore we're going to maintain this army, even though we pay a lot of it for it. And we'll just wait for an opportune moment. We can strike right away, which is brilliant, but obviously we're not going to attack a city with a full stack inside and a strong garrison. We're going to wait for Gaetulians to soften them up a little bit, or for this army to move away. And the plan is simple, just raise these 2, so we don't need to worry about them. Okay, now there are crappy Roman separatists here, who seem to like us. They are weak, But we can trade with them. They have Antioch, meaning they have a port. So why don't we trade with them? They even pay us for the privilege. Excellent. 900? Beautiful. That's 900 right off the bat, and another almost 400 per turn. Excellent. How about Britain? We are improving by 1 per turn. We could probably speed this up by giving them a couple of gifts, but giving them gifts will piss off Abdanians who don't particularly like them. Yeah. Also, some of you said in the comments to queue buildings, so your treasures looks like empty, and then the price of a small gift goes way down. Going to try that. How about Pontus? Any chance for deal with them? Thought so. Yeah, we're not exactly the most popular faction on the map, but it's okay. Now, our biggest priority is to destroy Ostrogoths, so they don't trouble us anymore. But we can barely reach them, and if they don't accept the battle, we will not have movement to actually catch them. So how about we just bring this army here, replenish a little bit, and crush them next turn. Or maybe we just bring this army here and use this stack to destroy them. It's a 15 stack. We don't need 20 guys to destroy like 11 that are also depleted, yeah? How about we do just that? I think we can even double time. We'll be supporting the city, which is what we need. And if they attack us, they'll be fighting uphill battle because we have more men and in better shape, even if we start tired. So press on. And you, brutal Vetius, are going to crack on south. Wait, is there any way we can set up attack on Apulum? 2 turns, huh? We could if we double time. Well, we don't even need to double time. How many will they have? Probably 15 or thereabouts. And a garrison of 5, so 20 units. We can besiege them, force them out. Is this even a good idea? Have a look at this guy, what they have. A lot of cavalry, a lot of cataphracts. Look at these brutes. 200 charge bonus. I don't want to fight these guys. I would rather them being inside the crappy city. But if they sally out, need to face them in a land battle. This is going to be brutal. Can we distract this guy in some way? Try that. Sabotage. Success. For a change. Crappy spy succeeded. Okay, what do we get here? Courtesan, +2 cunning. Excellent. That will be useful for investigate corruption. Maybe it gets better. Well, we have Fabricator, yeah? We should deploy him once he is no longer needed to provide this discount and the brutal corruption investigation. And probably the more cunning we have, the stronger this is. So I'm just going to give him this as it gives more cunning. Yeah? Vetius, double time into Sirmium. Press on. Now we are within striking distance. I wonder if we raised a fresh army here, grabbed mercs, recruited another 3 units, grabbed mercs in our province and then also in their province. If that would be enough. Ooh. 44 upkeep for step bows and 117 for Hunnic mounted bows. This is brilliant. Absolutely gonna raise a fresh army here. And you know who's the man for the job, yeah? Brutal Flavius Stilicho. Get him. Unit X +3 for infantry recruits. Absolutely amazing. Morale versus barbarian kingdoms. No longer need this, but there's nothing better here. Morale for Latin Christian armies. This is our stuff, so we're going to give this to him. Now, how about recruitment? What can we get? Now we are talking. These crappy guys look slightly better now. We'll be able to upgrade them in a turn. That's probably the last chance to get them on the cheap. So grab 4 of them, and let's also levy these 2 brutes from Huns. Now between the 2 stacks and whatever mercs we get next turn, and maybe even levy more guys from Huns, we will have enough to crush Alans, hopefully. Wait, speaking of levying troops, do we have anything good here? Germanic brigands. They are worse than our brigands. Our crappy brigands have 8 javelins. These crappy guys only have 4. Yeah, they have slightly better melee stats, but it's not like 5 more melee defense is going to make a difference. It's still only at 11. It's pathetic. Yeah, not gonna bother with them. Hurlers, on the other hand, are pretty good. But we already have 7 ranged units, plus an onager. How many of these do we actually need? I don't think we need any more. This army is already too heavy on ranged units. We don't have enough melee infantry to even protect them. And this stack, huh? It's too heavy. Too many units that cost too much. So why don't we get another one? Of these cheap guys, maybe? No, we need a rebellion here. Let's wait for rebellion. Wait, speaking of rebellion, should we not meet half the way and distribute the forces so if the rebels attack right away, both cities will be able to defend? Yeah? Press on. Pass these 6 guys to him and get back to Sigontium and Jutulindum. Nice. And what about this brutal legion? Providing a lot of public order here, but also costing us a fortune. I'm looking at rebellion in Liguria very soon. And Venetia is not looking in great shape either. Do we care? Or do we stay here and stabilize Italia? So at least one province we don't need to worry about. Okay, this is 700, this is only 180, so let's repair this, and this will repair on its own next turn. And we really need some sanitation here. It's -5 in Rome, -3 elsewhere. Crappy quarry, huh? We need to build waterworks here, or whatever, the fountain. Yep, build it. In the next turn, once the situation here is slightly more stable, we'll move the army over. Probably want to let Liguria rebel so we can destroy them. I don't want to annex another province. It was positive food-wise, but now with -35 food because the fields are devastated, it's losing money badly. Anything cheap here we can repair? No, everything is pricey, so let them repair on its own. Not going to pay 500 for a building that will repair itself over time, but we can pay 270 for this one. Yeah, do it. Now, our power is weak. That is not acceptable. We need more generals, since she needs another 5 turns, well 8, to get enough gravitas to get a husband. Why don't we just adopt someone? The Brutal Stilko has 51 gravitas and adoption costs 50. The problem with this is that he'll then have the lowest influence of everyone. So loyalty of other generals will go down. How is their loyalty right now? 5, 6, 10. It's not horrible. No one is on the verge of rebellion other than this crappy guy. Would be unfortunate to lose this fleet. Maybe we replace him. Okay, well, let's adopt someone. Whoever is the best general, yeah? Of course, we have 2 best generals. Vettius and Flavius. This man has more influence, so get him. And who is this guy? Drunk on watch. This is so unfair. One guy is drunk on watch and we are decimating the whole legion? No way. Make an example out of him, that sounds better. Less brutal, still brutal though, but slightly less so. Look at our religion, it's already 40%, excellent. We started at like 26, going up nicely too. And that's despite us demolishing most churches. Okay, but back to the fleet, the crappy admiral is untrustworthy. Need to replace him. A loyalty +1, this man sounds like a perfect candidate. Although we need to pay for him, he's already locked in the land bodyguards. Man, this is so expensive. 1k just to get a different general. I don't think so. We'll try to secure loyalty on him. How about that? Let's see if this works. Okay. We're not recruiting other than with Stilicho, because our income went down below 10k again. We need to build it up a little bit. But we still have a little bit of money left. In fact, 12k. It's more than a little. So what are the most pressing needs? Liguria will be food self-sufficient once the field repairs, yeah? Maybe we should just pay for it. Because there are other buildings that cost a lot. Yeah, 500 is not the end of the world. Just pay up. Britannia Superior, we are going to deal with rebellion here. Not an issue. Pannonia is untaxed, right? It's not. It's only -2. It's not a big deal. It's like 1 public order hit. Not a big deal at all. Belgica, not making any money, but public order going up by 14. How about we tax these guys? It's now making 600 and public order still going up by 10. That's much better. And Maxima Sequonorum, that is not a good idea, yeah? It's -90 food. We need to keep this untaxed forever, I'm afraid. Because if it's our military province, we won't have building slots to build food as well. Okay, now we have one big priority for this turn, which is to start Governor's House, so we can finally unlock champs. The place nearest front lines where we already have tier 2 Governor's House is Salona, so we are going to start it here. It's a brutal 5k, but unlocks agents. Also plus for public order. Now it also costs 30 food, we only have +2 here, so we need to get more. Ideally we don't want do we just expand and build another food building? Or upgrade this one? You have a lot of sanitation, we can write a little bit. We can absolutely upgrade one. And goats don't give us any more food, only a little bit. Cows would fix the issue, yeah? It's another plus 38. So cows are fine. Build them. Yes, crappy place. Look the Nanzis, huh? It's going to rebel at this rate. We could build a capital. Capital costs 10 food though. We happen to have no extra building slots to expand and build another farm, but we could build a fishing jetties. How about that? We have sanitation here. We already built fountain, so that should be okay. That will eat. We can't even do that because we don't have enough. Well, we have 5k. This is actually perfect. So build fishing jetties and capital. Then we'll also have enough food to even upgrade this to tier 2 for a total of +7 public order, which is very, very +9 in fact. Well, +7 after the -2 from fishing jetties. So that will mean this place will crawl out of this mess over time. Okay, that's us out of money. So let's press on. So the biggest issue right now is to deal with the crappy Ostrogoths. we are here, ready to strike, but how about we talk to Arcadius again, ask him to pay us to declare war on Visigoths, because if we attack Ostrogoths, they are allied. If we help them out a little bit, hi, huh? How about you pay us up? They offered 2k, let's ask for 3. Excellent. This war would have broke out anyway, because we are about to wipe out Ostrogoths, who they are allied with, so it's basically a free money, yeah? It's 14 of them slightly depleted. Should we hire mercs? Germanic mounted warband. Decent unit, but we need cavalry in this army. But no, we should beat them as is. Yeah, attack. We are already at war with Visigoths, we don't care. Yeah, we have more men, we win easily. Just go balance, hopefully they survive and we can have a follow-up. Looks like they did, beautiful. Ransom and release, and now they are in range of our brutal garrison, which means it's game over. Okay, they've been wiped out, yeah? Yep, Ostrogoths no more, excellent. Flavius rank 4, what a hero, what a guy. Just get more public order for the army and integrity, so we don't need to decimate all the time. And now Alans. They have a 6-stack here, they just took Viminacium. And a 6-stack of Alans is pretty dangerous. They have Domavia in range 2, which means they can attack and wipe our crappy garrison out. Probably don't want that. We should deal with them, even if it's at the cost of dealing with their main stack. Okay, so Stilicho is gonna do the honors. Even before we move, we now have upgraded units. Let's test them, yeah? Okay, so we gain 7 attack and 7 defense and 2 charge for not even 10 gold. Man, I thought this upgrade would make our guys cost way more in upkeep. If it's not even 10 gold, if it's 9 gold per unit, we should have done this as the first tech in the game. Because this upgrade is massive, like plus 16 total stats. And the useful ones too, for like 9 or 10 gold is absolutely worth it. Okay, at least we have them now. So you attack, encircle, you come to help him out, wipe them out, none will, go balanced. Now we're going to sack this crappy city, only 300 gold, huh? It's still theirs. How is the public order? Minus 10, huh? How is our integrity? Going up by 11. And this is maxed out. We should sack it a few more times, so we max out integrity. Look, these guys got absolutely wrecked. Okay, integrity will be pretty much maxed out. One more time and we're good to go. And what now? The rebels next door. Rebels will take it over. These are Eastern Roman rebels. Do we mind that? I don't think we do. There are also Eastern Roman separatists. Man. Arcadius, what is he doing? Where are his armies? Did he even win a single battle this month? Okay, we're going to leave this. We could raise it, but there's still a small chance Arcadius can take it back. In fact, the chance is really small, because if anything, he's going to lose more to these guys, Dacia. And we don't mind if rebels take it, yeah? They are just next door, maybe they crack on and take it. Garrison is fully wiped out, so we don't need to worry about them. What we do need to worry about are these guys, they are now growing. Or should we attack Huns? It's probably a horrible idea, yeah? They're bound to have more stacks. We already know they have one here, because they raised Constantinopolis. They start with like 3, by now they probably have more. Maybe we should just go look for them. Okay, nothing here. There's just this army from Gepits that's also not very strong. Okay, Stilicho is finally rank 4, and he got a little bit of influence from this, which is very nice. Should we go for public order? I don't think so. We go for vanguard. We've been prioritizing this, and it's also plus 6 melee attack, and suddenly our crappy spears now have 36 melee attack, up from like 14. That's a whole different level now. Can we get anything here? Not really, so we're going to come back to Syrium. Let's levy troops from Huns. Okay, Hunnic spears. They actually compare pretty favorably to our guys. Are much cheaper. Slightly worse stats overall, but the price is good. And the steppe spearmen are even better. Although, our guys, now that they've been upgraded, are actually... Our guys are actually better. They are still slightly cheaper, and the more non-native units we have in the stock, the cheaper everything else becomes, yeah? Like 2% discount on all the units. So it's still worth to grab as many of them as you can. Maybe half stack from non-natives and half stack from our own guys. And we should probably also recruit more of these brutal spears, because they are now pretty decent. Yeah, get more of them. Now, should we also set up attack on Apulum? The answer to this is probably yes. Need to come a little bit closer. Maybe come to this forest and hide. Maybe they'll crack on at us once they finish recruiting. I like that. Come here. It's a brutal forest, right? So we can absolutely hide here. 50% chance for ambush. 55. Do it. Also keeping this Hunnic stack in check. If they try something, we have 2 stacks here in the garrison. Now this stack, it's a atrocious crap stack from Getz. Don't really need to worry about it. Where's the expedition force though? Oh, they're here. Okay, you keep an eye on them. You, buddy, can start making your way back. Yeah, you have corruption investigation level 2, so you can make us a little bit of coin if we deploy you. Perhaps you want to deploy you like here to have advance warning of anyone coming from this side. Or maybe here. Or maybe here. Hard to say. Should deploy you where we have decent income. And since Maxima Sequonorum is untaxed, Belgica only makes 400. It should be Rati et Noricum. Ah, it's only 502. Maybe we should go all the way down to Pannonia and deploy over there. I think this border should be fairly safe, yeah? There's nothing here. Everything is desolate. So deploying him in Pannonia should be pretty good. Like even here, so we have a little bit of an insight. Because Huns are going to come from the east, yeah? Not from north. I think so. And we'll need one spy to keep an eye on these Gets and Jutes. No need to double that. Okay, now the crappy rebels. Attack them. And it's time to gang up on them so everyone gets exp. Yeah, you come closer. And you attack. Wipe them out. Okay, both generals leveled up, which is brilliant. Means public order. And more public order. And then you're looking at rebellion down south in 2 turns. Perhaps you want to get ready for it. Get back to Lindum. Bumping public order nicely. And you pass him the units. And why don't you double time south? Maybe get into Corinium. Wait, what do you want to do with Britannia? The issues here are never going to go away. If we keep generals here, we provide like +6 public order, yeah? But difficulty level, religious differences, taxes, immigrants, this is not going to go away. Our religion is going up too slowly for this to make a difference. And we are subsidizing this by enormous amount. So this army is costing us how much? 2.5k, this guy another 250, and the fleet is costing us another 1100. It's close to 4k for 2 provinces that don't even make 1,000, yeah? It's unsustainable. We could be investing that 3k into 1 decent or 3 small buildings every single turn. So do we abandon it after all? After we stabilize the situation? That probably wouldn't be the best move. How about we only leave 2 generals here to provide public order and also deal with rebellions when they happen by just hiring a couple of mercs? And actually send that legion to deal with Jutes and Gets along with the fleet, and maybe even with this army. This one is not needed here. It's like Franks aren't going to attack us, neither will Langobards because they are fighting Jutes, Gets and Angles. So we could just gang up on these 2, wipe them out, remove that threat completely. Of course we then run the risk of Britain backstabbing us or Picts, but it wouldn't be the end of the world if they actually take this whole thing. It's a big, massive loss-making place that's not really benefiting us much. I guess we also get a little bit of money from lead, yeah, but lead is a crappy resource. And we didn't even develop this iron. Plus we have more iron elsewhere. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Gonna keep a general here, and another one down south, and move the army, and the fleet, and this army over here, to Scandinavia, to restore order over there. Okay, so you just move here, buddy, so you're not brutally attacked by surprise. And how about you? You just dealt with crappy Ostrogoths. Probably want you on that border, in case anyone tries anything. For now, just get into Virunum and improve public order. That is worth 15, that is very much worth it. And how about you? Given massive public order in Italia, but perhaps want to deal with the rebellion that's about to happen in Liguria. If we enter Liguria, are we still providing public order? Yeah, how about we go into raiding to force... we can't. Okay, we'll just delay rebellion by a turn. We moved too far, we can't go into raiding anymore. Can we force it some other way? We can't increase taxes in a single province, so no, we just need to then wait for this to happen naturally. Okay, get into Genoa then. Okay, this guy leveled up. Gonna give him public order, of course. And start making his way to... Ooh, we can give him this for another +1 authority. Also going to bump integrity and give him bigger commander's aura. That seems like a good idea. Do it. Okay, so we are not recruiting. Income is still decent at 9.5k, but would be good to bump it somehow. Okay, and how about that mission to build a church? Not a big fan of that, but perhaps we want to build one in the islands where we really struggle with public order. And also, there's not much religious influence here because it's not... yeah, we're decaying here. It's not... Osmosis is not spreading here because it's not bordering anything on land. So maybe getting this church, even for a turn, it's not the worst idea. But it's so much money. We have to do this. We get +10 influence everywhere for 2 turns. It's worth it. Then we'll grab the 3rd priest and not have to worry about it for probably the rest of the game. Styrko needs more influence fast because these guys are not happy with the main guy having such a low influence. What's happening with him? More influential than the ruler. That's the problem, huh? 3 is not the end of the world. Now why don't we give Poet to Stilicho so he gets more influence faster? Okay, Venetia is rotting, not so good. Perhaps we want to give this to the governor for +2 public order. I think so. But we'll need a public order building here sooner or later. Could actually expand Ravenna and build capital. How much food surplus we have? 20, so that should be fine. Also we'll get... yeah, let's do that. We can also massively improve situation in Britannia Inferior by simply building a food building, because the public order here is going down partially because of -15 food. We just build a simple farm and that gets wiped out. Yeah, we're investing in this place now. We were supposed to abandon it. Sell backwards. But 1k for permanent +5 public order seems like a good deal. Can't argue with that. Perhaps capital in here is also in order. Now Liguria is at -10 food. That's also not so good. Can fix it by building cattle herd, yeah? We are producing 50 now. With cattle it's another 40. So we'll be in a nicely positive territory. Even we'll be able to afford capital. Maybe we should start one now, actually. This is 120. Fix it so the game repairs something more expensive. And yeah, let's start a capital here. By the time we get it online, we will have food situation sorted. And we're out of money so fast, man. And new skills. This is governor. Excellent. We go for public order. Goes without saying. And this is by far the best. Next we can also get wealth from commercial buildings. But how many of them do we even have? Perhaps reduction in corruption should be our next priority. Also give him this and whatever. This. As commanded force. Doesn't matter. Dangerously low integrity. Well, there's only one response to this. Decimate. And move on. Oh, come on. We can't even prepare for assassination? Who is this guy? Presumably, this is the one plotting assassination, yeah? And he's trying to assassinate the other Flavius. And we can't prepare for it because we have no influence. We need to wipe this guy out. Unfortunate, because I think he's a pretty decent commander. Stilko, you need more influence, buddy. Things are falling apart. This is the guy with trillion public order boost. We don't want to remove him. He's so good. Okay, but we have more pressing needs. Huns are arriving in force now. They have 3 stacks here by the looks of it, which is not so good. A 4th one is somewhere here. Yeah, war is inevitable at this stage, right? The 4th one destroyed Constantinopolis not long ago. This guy also has Sopiana in range. Is he on double time? He is, so he might not have it in range at single time. They've not declared yet, but if they... probably we shouldn't even wait for them to declare. We should wipe them out while we can. Okay, another wave of attacks incoming from these guys. Anything else on the way? No, looks like just these 3. Okay, buddy, you press on south. Langobards are in force here. They are about to win this war, which means they are actually going to be pretty strong. And they are not exactly friends of ours. It's improving, actually. Can we get non-aggression for a little bit of gold? No. Okay, this honey horde is no longer raiding us, but the other 2 don't exactly look friendly. Yeah, we need to deal with these crappy allies again. They probably got a general, but we also need to deal with these. It's very important that we have a look at them. Come here, buddy. So they're recruiting, they're at 18, that's a lot. Can we get like an Omega? That would be very helpful. No, not so good. Should we attack Huns on top of everyone else we're fighting here? Who are they at war with and why are they in our lands instead of all the guys they are at war with? Looks like they want to declare on us, yeah? They wouldn't be entering our lands with multiple stacks if that wasn't the case. Relationship is actually improving, how is that? Ostrogoths, Alans, Quadians, war with Visigoths. Perhaps there's a chance. You know what? If this is improving so massively because of the actions against Alans and Visigoths, perhaps we just keep wrecking Alans over here. That will be enough to stabilize situations of Huns. Redirect them elsewhere. Military actions against Alans are worth 24. How about we wreck the city again? Sack it multiple times, and we can actually check if sacking it more than once improves relationships with Huns more. So, Stilko, crack on. Attack. Now we're going to bring the other army to maximize experience. Cause why not? Stilko wipe them out. Oh, this is the army that destroyed Constantinopolis, so they would have wiped out these Alans next turn. We're going to do this first. Go aggressive. Wipe out, excellent. We lost 2 of these guys, what is this? Sack the city. We hunger for battle. And now let's check how is the relationship with Huns. Plus 20, plus 33, so we gained 9 more points with them, thanks to that. Let's sack this town again, see if this changes things further. 38. Wait, this is ridiculous. We can do it another 100 times and get plus 200 relationships with Huns? Is there a limit to how many times you can do that? Look at this. We did it another 5 times and the relationship with Huns is already positive. Now, should we keep doing that? Because this looks like a massive exploit. That should not be possible. It doesn't cost any movement points. You can do it 100 times, get like plus 500 relationships with Huns, and you never need to worry about them again. I'm going to do this a few more times to see if there's a cap on this, because I'm sure developers thought about it and imposed some restrictions. Otherwise, this would be so OP. Yeah, it doesn't even stop at 100. This is ridiculous. I'm not going to do this anymore. We could just do this for a whole day and get like 1 million extra relationship with Huns. But that's obviously hilarious. I had no idea it works like that. Looks like a massive loophole. But oh well. Yeah, we did it about a dozen times or so. And we are not going to use this again because, yeah, of course, for obvious reasons. Okay, we just need to survive another turn. And hopefully once this improved relationship kicks in, Huns will no longer be an issue. Now, should we also raise this? I don't think so. Let Huns raise it if they want to, and we just pull back.
Ready for order.
Still coincide. Levy these brutal step spears from Huns. Should we also get these mounted brigands? They also are pretty decent. They have precursor javelin as well. And we need cavalry in this stack. I get all 4 of them. We have over 10k income now. We can spare. And we want these 2 stacks to full. Buddy, can you get back and set brutal ambush? You can, then do it. Or maybe we move you to the Mavia to improve public order. No, we don't. We want you in an ambush stance outside the city, yeah? Move here. Not quite. You moved too far. Okay, in that case, we're going to test if there is Onager available here. There isn't. So, going to double time you to Domavia to provide public order. That's worth 16. Very nice. Now, we're going to send the expedition force to Scandinavia to restore order over there. Gonna leave a guy, the army will move next turn once public order is slightly better. Then I'm gonna leave a guy with public order boost in here and another one in here. Look, this is only going down by -1, it's not a big deal. If we can keep this place from falling apart while breaking even, because the generals will cost about 500 and the 2 provinces are making about 900, and then we'll also need to get a few marks every now and then to deal with rebellion. That would be probably the best of all options, because we still get a little bit of profit from this. And our religion also spreads between the 2 provinces and up north too. Crappy alliance, huh? Gonna move this stack with Flavius into Savaria in case they are thinking of attacking us, and probably would be also good to bump him to full. We can't levy any troops because we've already done this down south, but we can absolutely recruit more of our own guys. Also no good mercs available. We need more infantry. We already have plenty of swords, so get some spears here. Up to 19. Nice. Then maybe 1 horseman and you'll be ready. Yeah, and here we want rebellion. If we put this guy in a fortified stance... he's only reinforcing 1 city, not both. And Genoa isn't exactly strong, it's only got 4 guys. Segusio is able to fend for itself, it's got bigger garrison, so going to just come closer to Genoa and going to raiding. Yeah, we're raiding ourselves, obviously very bad idea, but... we can't force rebellion here, even if we go into raiding. Man, that's not so good. We'd need to leave the province entirely. Even this is not working. Okay, then we stay inside and provide public order boost. Or maybe just ignore it. Get another guy here to defend Genoa and press on east where we actually need this stack. Yeah, probably that's a better way to do this. Genoa has a garrison of 4. If we get a general, maybe leave him a spear or 2. That should be plenty. Maybe even leave an archer. Archers should be better. Hire someone with high loyalty, because this becomes a bigger and bigger issue. This guy has 4, not exactly a lot, but 4 is fine. Get him. It's Admiral. Man, we have maximum number of armies. We don't need admirals. Out. Not for 250. Okay, how much do we trust Flavius Neoterius? Considering his loyalty is 3, we don't trust him at all. Who do we want to promote to Imperial Master Foot? Of course our guy, yeah? This Flavius. Yeah, his loyalty is also 4. All these best generals have crappy loyalty. Just promote him. At least he's got a lot of influence, so no one should be pissed that he's getting a promotion, not someone else. There's an open slot for another military count, so just going to promote whoever's got the biggest loyalty. Maybe one of these guys actually. Maybe this will improve the situation with them. Yeah, get this one here. Okay, we have 7k left. How about we try to give some gifts to the guys that are borderline neutral? for example, Britain.
But know that Roman ears have little liking for foreign
Small gift,
babble.
500. Let's do that. Wait, can we queue another couple of buildings to take this even lower in price? Let's try to build this church in here. Try again. No, it's 500 still, so this is the minimum.
That is
Give it to them. What are we looking at? Plus 10 from gifts. Okay, so we'll be neutral next turn. Good. Did it worsen reputation relationships with Abdanians? No. So Abdanians still like us. They don't dislike Britain enough. Britain dislikes them more than the other way around. So we can give another gift to these guys then.
In the name of the state.
Next turn.
Welcome.
Yeah, not sure if this stacks if we do more than once a turn. And how about Franks? Franks have the same wars as we do. Angles and Jutes. Military actions against... try to give them gifts. We want to keep them on our good side. 1200? Is this because the relationship with them is lower? We might need to deal with Franks then, guys, because they seem quite unhappy with us. And it's deteriorating. I'm not going to spend 1200 on that. In fact, how much are we making from this trade? 500, so it's like 2 turns worth of trade. Perhaps it is worth it after all.
Are you brave or foolish, or just
Yeah,
mad?
try to
Well,
salvage
speak.
this
I
relationship,
will
see
listen
if we
before
can
I
do
turn
this.
you in.
How much are we gaining? Only 13. Well, we already gave them gifts earlier. It's barely did a thing. I'm
not
afraid this
attempt
war
to
might be
sweeten-
inevitable. Okay, cancel this church. We still have 5k to play with. Repair this. It's cheap. Yeah, the rest needs to repair on its own. We have no money to spare for that. Okay, now Pannonia is negative food-wise. That is not so good. Now we can upgrade hunting grounds. That's gonna give us 20 food and eradicate the deficit. And also give us more tradable resource. Sounds like a win. Feels like resources are way better than money from buildings because it bypasses corruption, so you gain more than twice the benefit. Another governor. Good. What do we get? Public order goes without saying. Cunning? Cunning and governor reduces maintenance. We don't pay any maintenance, almost any, so reducing corruption seems like a better idea. And press on.
Honor and
War
plunder
against
in
Pontus for
joining this
3k?
war.
I don't
Glory
think so.
awaits you.
I already joined a few of your wars. 3k is not sufficient to tempt us into this. Assassinate the foreign character, Respendial. Where is he? And what is this? The campaign spotting chance. Doesn't seem very useful. Okay, Huns are also raiding these guys, but look how many hordes they have. What is this? At least 5, yeah? And despite all the wars they have 5 hordes in our territory or getting towards us. What's the relationship with them now? It's improving mightily. Can we drag them into some of our wars now? Low, huh? They don't dislike anyone enough to actually pile on. That's not looking so great. Look at this, guys. 4 Hunnic hordes raiding us in Pannonia and 5th one on the way. We might need to destroy them soon. Maybe once the improved relationship kicks in over time, they'll go elsewhere. But do they even have enough wars? Why they are not hammering Arcadius? Can you not go south, guys? Why are you here? You have wars, yeah? Wars are far away. Not here. There. Go south. Well, southeasterly. South is still us. Not so good. This smells like gigantic trouble. Wait, what are the odds we can actually destroy them this turn? Pretty slim, yeah? They're slightly depleted. Have 2 stacks here. Could maybe deal with them if we load up on mercs and with the help of a garrison, but it would be close. Might not even win it. The runes are pretty good. And then they have a 16 stack here, slightly depleted, and another 20 stack. Nah. Even if we beat the 16 stack, they can then attack and sack Virunum. We could destroy 3 of them, I think. 3 out of 5, if we do that. Leaving us this guy and this guy. I don't think it's time to do that yet. We'll get ready to strike next turn. If they keep pushing deeper into our territory, we'll destroy them. We can't afford that. It's gonna end in them. It's gonna end with a repeat of what crappy Vandals did. We'll let them too deep inside where we no longer have armies, and then we either need to pull armies away from borders, which will end in disaster, or leave armies at the borders, and it will end in disaster because these guys will be inside, unopposed, and will basically wreck us. So, here's the thing. We ignore the crappy alliance for now. They are also at war with Huns, so maybe these guys will deal with them. And if they are still pushing deeper next turn, we just attack them. We can't afford not to, even though we would rather not be at war with them. It is what it is. Now, there was some fighting here. Are Jutes and Gets at war now? No. So who attacked who here? 2 stacks from Jutes on the way. No one else by the looks of it. Okay, we press on, yeah? We leave Britannia to its own devices. We leave 2 generals here with public order boost to help things out, but we are no longer going to be keeping big massive army here. Retrain all of this stuff so they get this nice boost to stats.
Yes.
Oh, we can also retrain these guys. We are still on the friendly waters, so do it. And let's press on. How far can we move? Pretty far by the looks of it. And can also move on double time, right? Wait, before we press on, what's the relationship with Franks? Are we at risk of them backstabbing us if we move that fleet out of Belgica? Improving. Okay. Improving is good, but it's not improving fast enough.
I have little gain in wasting the day on you.
Another gift is another 1500. I don't want to spend that much money. I already spent tons of money on them last turn. Actually, we can recycle 500 to make off this trade every 3 turns for a little gift. How about that? Okay, so let's start this invasion of Scandinavia. Rome invading Scandinavia. This is ridiculous, but it's exactly what we're going to do. It's gonna take us 3 turns to attack them and wipe out Jutes. Probably another turn to wipe out Gets, then another 4 to get back. 8 turns. It's a big investment because all these armies and fleets cost a ton of money. If we can eradicate double threat from the north, this will be very much appreciated. We move all the guys together so they can't be picked apart and they are reinforcing each other. And we know fleets are reinforcing each other even if they're on double time, right? So we can move slightly further out. Yeah? Everyone is helping each other out, beautiful. And how's the situation here? Gonna get rebellion next turn, yeah, by the looks of it. What, this guy's actually delaying it by a turn. Perhaps we need him here, where the garrison is smaller. Because in Camulodunum we also have a fleet, a tiny garrison fleet, so move over. And here it's roughly stable. Okay, we can... I like the setup here, yeah? If Britannia attacks us, if Britain attacks us, so be it. But we are going to bribe these guys into trading with us very, very soon. Maybe even now. Trade law, huh? And aggression also law. How about we actually pay you a little bit for the trade, man? How about 700? No. No money is going to change their mind. Then we just give them another gift. Yeah, it's not even... Yeah, this doesn't work. If you queue buildings, it's less than it was last... Oh, maybe that changes the better relationship you have with them. Because Franks are like 1500 for a gift because it's in red. These guys were over 500 last turn because it was like minus 20 something. Now it's minus 14 and the price for small gift went down to less than 500. Do it.
In the name of the state, welcome.
Okay. Might turn them green at this rate for a fairly insignificant price. And how about crappy Picts? There are 2 factions in between us and them, so it's not easy for them to get to us.
Sure,
Gift would be 700. Okay, and this did how much exactly for us? Plus 10, okay. Yeah, we're going to invest in these relationships. If we can stabilize the situation here with only 2 generals, the Britannia can bring like 500 gold per turn profit that we can reinvest into 1 gift per turn to either of these and keep everyone happy. And then once we get trade deals with them, we'll actually be making a lot of money from here. Breaking even on giving them gifts and 3 times 500 worth of trade. Well, we can't trade with Picts, but even Ebdanius and Britain can bring us over 1k once we get the second trade going. Eastern Roman separatists love us now. Excellent. How about they give us a little bit of money? Okay, we can see there's not much happening here. Gonna bring this spy here for a turn and deploy him for corruption reduction. It's not like we're making a lot of money because of all these raiding armies from Huns, Hordes, but maybe he gets a little bit of XP at least. Okay, we can levy another guy from Huns. Probably should be an archer. Archers should be decent against horse archers, right? And we have enough spears and swords. And this guy is very cheap, very good unit. Get him. Can levy even more from them here. Tribes people, huh? Wait, these guys are actually pretty good. 70 gold for a unit with 49 attack and 40 damage. 23 defense, 18 armor. Okay, defensive they are crap, they're not that great after all. But the price is very tempting. Or we just build Roman horse archer stack, how about that? We have 11 heavy melee units, we need ranged. Well, if we need ranged, might as well get horse archers, times 4. They are pricey, but they should be pretty good. And melee stats are also decent on them. Wait, should we recruit that much? I might have to. This might be the last chance to get these guys. If they declare war on us, we won't have another chance. Yeah, it costs a little bit of money, but it then takes upkeep down on everyone, yeah? This guy is 190. It didn't update immediately, maybe it takes a turn. Okay, and how about you, buddy? These mercs, huh? Feels like another melee unit might be more useful here. So hire one of our guys. Yeah, we stay put here and deal with them next turn, if they attack us, or move deeper. With this in mind, we also need this army much further east, so we're going to move to Aquileia. I need to bulk you up, buddy. Mercs are very expensive here. I'm not exactly a fan of them. In which case we just get heavy melee infantry. Yeah, we're over-recruiting. Our income will go down from next turn, but we kinda have to. We need 4 full stacks to deal with these Huns. If we don't get ready, we might get brutally wrecked. And we probably don't want that, right? So get this and this. Okay, Stilicho is up to 30 gravitas, which means situation improved somewhat with the rebellious generals. Only one is in red now. So we just need to keep getting gravitas on him and things will get better on their own. Okay, should we promote this guy? 9 loyalty, sounds like a perfect man for the job. And should we marry this one off? Or adopt someone? 50, huh? Just marry him off. Yeah, next turn we get 10% upkeep reduction on units. Will be very, very useful. Then we probably go for a Legio upgrade. Yeah, next turn we can also hire a bunch of chumps. And in 2 turns we can get that final priest. Excellent. Wait, do we still have 3 spies? Are our guys only wounded or are they wiped out? Just wounded, okay, they'll come back. Good. Okay, we are not exactly rich, down to 5k, so we need to be very selective in what we build. Minus 110 food from Pannonia because these crappy Huns. If we untax, it's one of our richest provinces, man. No. And what happened to Belgica? It was supposed to be food self-sufficient. Oh, wheat farm? No, we decided not to invest in it. Okay, we're looking at brutal rebellion here. We need to sort the food situation first. Fishing jetties will complete next turn, that's fine. And why don't we build upgrade on the capital? Governor's house. Or, wait, yeah, Governor's house, it's +9, it's brutal. Brutally effective. And we'll have food surplus from fishing jetties. Crappy Liguria. How long is it going to take to repair these buildings? I'm going to pay 240, so this gets fixed next turn, and then this will get repaired automatically. To give us nice public order swing. Now we can't really afford much else. We could... I'm gonna wait for 5 pop here before we expand and build waterworks in Corellis. That seems pretty important. And we have a good public order building here already. Waterworks will also give us even more public order. So if we can survive until then without outbreak, we'll be fine. It's gonna take a while, but if we build a fountain here, it's not gonna fix the issue. The capital has -3, so we would need to upgrade it. Might as well wait and build a proper one in the capital. Here we should definitely upgrade fountain to buffhouse because we run massive outbreak risk everywhere. So do it. And that's us out of money. Let's see what Huns do. Not exactly optimistic about it, but we are as ready as we can, reasonably. Let's do it. Move on.
Only the greatest dare speak of peace
I
to
don't
their
think so.
enemies. Only...
This woman is horrible. We can't spare influence on Stilicho though. Yeah, whatever. Do whatever you want, guys. If you want to marry her, be my guest. However, our own guy just got married. What did you get, buddy? Brutal Flavius. Oh, efficient wife. +2 influence, plus authority, plus cunning. Absolutely amazing. Good stuff, man. Good job. Okay, now the bad news. The crappy Huns pushed deeper into our territory. I have 2 stacks in Virunum and brought 3rd stack here. Wait, they have like 5 wars, yeah? 5 wars with factions elsewhere. Why are they coming at us where we have positive relationship instead of fighting their crappy wars? How about non-aggression? Dislikes Western Romans. Ugh, crap. Hates rival empires. Couldn't ask for worse combo. Okay, can we get non-aggression with them for 3k? That would be pretty good, but that's a lot of money and I don't trust them one bit. Wait, this horde was just next to Alans whom they are at war with and they didn't even attack them. What is this? Okay, so they have 5 wars, yeah? They ignore the 5 wars, they ignore the guy they are at war with, and they march with all their hordes into our territory despite having okay relationships. This makes 0 sense. Just going to go to war with them. Where do we stop them, is the question. Or do we give them another turn? They pushed slightly deeper in here, in Retiet Noricum, but we still have 2 stacks in close proximity, and these 3 are around Sirmium. Do they have onagers? I can't see the last one. Probably not is the answer, although we can't be sure. And they can gang up on the Mavia and absolutely destroy us, yeah? Not much we can do about that. I'm gonna levy another archer from them. It's a good cheap unit. Yeah, the cost of these guys went down from 190 to 170 because we hired these 4 Hunnic mounted bows. Good. But can we beat these 3 stacks with the 2 we have? The thing is, the guy on the other side of the cities will not reinforce them, yeah? Because it's too far away. So we would be fighting 42 full stacks with our 2 full stacks plus the garrison. Our guys are fully healthy. Theirs are slightly depleted, so we would maybe have 6-7 units worth of advantage. I could probably wipe them out, even in Oterzov, and follow up and destroy both of them, at the cost of brutal attrition of course. But how about here? I'm going to give it another turn. It's very tempting to just wait and let that boost from wiping out Alans in here kick in. If we get to +60 next turn, or even in green, maybe, just maybe, they'll change their mind and go away. Just gonna give them the final turn. If they push any deeper, we wipe them out. No, what happened to Dacia? Oh, look at this, guys. Dacia approves of us because of what we did to Alans. Can we get non-aggression?
We offer you speak, friend, and hopefully.
Okay, but we don't need to do anything else. The relationship with these guys will go up to 27 over time. Maybe then we strike some deals with them. Even though they are at war with Arcadius. Arcadius is as his own fault how the situation developed. Look, he lost half of his estate already. We're not exactly helped him though. But we have enough on our hands as is, including 5 stacks from Huns. What is this? Okay, what else is happening? The crappy Jutes landed. They are no longer interested in launching a naval invasion. So we're going to keep an eye on them. And we're going to set up attack on their crappy city for next turn, yeah? No longer need to move on double time. It's all good here. Admiral gets what? Morale versus barbarian kingdoms. That sounds great. Can we give the same to these guys? Because they are about to fight barbarian kingdoms. This is a perfect timing for them. Okay, we move on and set attack up, yeah? As simple as that. Also, we want to be in a position to also attack Gets. Would be good to know what Gets have, but we know one of their stacks is here. So maybe they don't have enough to actually brutally gang up on us in their capital. Just going to move all the way on double time. You crack on, and you come between them. So we all help each other, yeah? Morale when attacking. That seems like a good idea. Get it? And integrity. These armies are falling apart. We need all the integrity we can get. So we don't need to decimate them all the time. Yeah? Come here. We moved a little bit too far with one of them, but it's still okay. The fleet is supporting both of them, so that should be fine. Now you buddy are going to come here, deploy you. Alan's no longer recruiting. We should drag them again here, yeah? Crack on. Wipe them out. Sack the city. And back to Sirmium. And you're going to come back here and investigate corruption. They are no longer raiding us, so maybe, just maybe, they won't attack. Savaria should be safe, right? The only enemy here is Alans and they are far away. We can see they're only stuck. So gonna move Flavius here to Virunum to keep an eye on these Huns. Yeah, next turn we attack. If they push any deeper, we can't take that risk any longer. We're just going to hire the best 2 marks we can get and wipe them out. And we're going to do the same here, although it might be obviously much more difficult because they have a brutal 3 full stacks here. We'll see how this plays out. We are not going to recruit any more units. We've massively over-recruited already. Yeah, we might be fighting with them, so might as well upgrade these guys, retrain, for the extra stats. We don't know what they'll do. They might as well gang up on us, either in Virunum or Aquileia. So better to be ready, even if it delays another building. Okay, now let's have a discussion about science. What do we want? We don't have tier 1 of this, so that's useless. Ammunition is, I guess, another volley per unit. It's not too bad. Integrity +1 is also useful. Integrity +2. Okay, so this could fix our integrity issues if we get both these and the passive. Or we can grab this for only 2500 and 1 turn, which will upgrade Legio to Cohorts to Legio. It's pretty good, yeah? If the upgrade is anywhere as good as from Border Guards to Comitatensi Spears, it might be worth it. Or we can just go for this tech. 7 turns, yeah? It's not exactly great, but gives us +2 public order everywhere and +1 religious influence. Yeah, it disables the biggest libraries, but do we care? Imperial Library is gigantic, enormous investment. I think we have like 1 auditorium somewhere. Yeah, 1 scriptorium somewhere. Yeah, there we go. This gives +5 for 20 food. Upgrading to tier 3 is 5k and tier 4 is probably 8k, yeah? So that's 13,000. Another 60 food, and it takes 9 turns before we build it. It doesn't seem worth it at all. Yeah, 20% research is nice. Also money, but money gets cut in half. Like, more like we get 40% of that. Barely worth it. It's only good in very long campaigns, which we're probably not going to play, because this is like 3-4 turns per episode. It's gonna take forever for this library to ever pay back. So we're just going to ignore it and grab this, but not right away. We need the unit upgrades. We also need integrity, all the good stuff here. Okay, so what's most important? Legio? Legio seems fine, yeah? Also, we get better ships, which we don't really care about. And if it also costs only 10 gold per unit, the cost is insignificant. I think we should build it, yeah? Get it. And then we go for these 2 to get integrity up.
For my people's part.
Ooh, trade with Britain is now high. Excellent. Can we also ask them for money? Maybe 600? 3. That's a deal. Man, we did it. Now making almost 400 from this trade and relationship will improve even further.
Be well.
We stabilized
I
Britannia,
listen
guys.
and
As
speak
long as
for
we
my
don't lose to a
people.
random rebellion now. Abdanians should also be very happy with us, yeah? Absolutely. Brilliant. And how about Picts? Things are improving on this front too. Perhaps another gift is in order.
Come, I warn you.
700,
I
huh?
have no...
Maybe later. We don't have a land border with them yet. They can't easily get to us. Do they have right of passage with... they can trespass, yeah, if they want to declare war. Maybe we give them more gifts later, but for now, we have other priorities. Speaking of other priorities, it's spring, so if you have any food deficit, fixing it seems like now is the good time to fix it because of agriculture stuff being cheaper. Minus 46 food in here because of the crappy hordes, yeah? How about we upgrade the cattle herd to cattle pens? It's only 1600 gold. Gives us another 40 food. It's massive. And we have sanitation surplus here, so why not? Do it. Raeti at Noricum also could use some more food. This is nicely stashed away. Seems like a good place to invest in. Although also seems like a good place Huns can pillage and we lose the investment. But it's alright. If it happens, it happens. Build it. Belgica minus 8. Again, we can invest now when it's cheap. But we already decided it's a bad idea. Because the benefit gets wiped out by increased public order penalty from wheat farm. And minus 8 food is not that bad. It's only minus 3 public order. It's not worth it. We could use buff house in Italia so we can actually eradicate this risk of outbreak. It's minus 3 in Roma. Not so good. This is only going to provide another 2 everywhere. So useful but not enough. We would need a second one here, which means we need to destroy salt deposit. Or we scrap this chapel and build waterworks. Then we can also scrap the fountain, because without the second building we are not going to stabilize the situation here. Unless we build this for plus 5 everywhere and plus 10 here. Now scrapping good buildings is a recipe for disaster. I'm sure we have other priorities. Although, also costs us 200 gold. Yeah, let's get rid of it. We need sanitation building in the main city because of how much this is causing, how many issues this is causing. And we already built all the possible stuff in Napoli, so we can't get second buff house or fountain over there. Once this is online, we'll also scrap this one and build something else here. Okay, sanitation issues also in Tarentum. We could upgrade this to... Would we rather have growth or public order? We don't care about growth, yeah? It will grow on its own. We don't even have money to maximize that by building this stuff quicker. Public order seems like more important stuff, so build reservoir. Extra 25 maintenance for 1 public order and sanitation everywhere seems like a cheap price. Yeah, build it. But this would be our only building. But then we deal with sanitation here, and we are no longer at risk. Do we have anything more pressing to build? Liguria is in tatters. Sanitation-wise, we are more pressed here. But again, maybe upgrading fountain would fix this. Fountain will get fixed next turn, then we can upgrade it next turn, yeah? This is the last damaged building here. And even a simple upgrade will eradicate risk of outbreak everywhere here, so it should be fine. It's just that we're going to have a rebellion here. So maybe having a general is a good idea, so we can wipe out the rebels without waiting for them to... we can't have an army here, man, that's not so good. Need to disband one of our existing armies, because we have maximum number. Definitely not this guy, he provides trillions of public order. Needs to be one of the guys in Britannia. Yeah, unfortunately, buddy, it's time to take a break. Or maybe fortunately, you've been stuck in this crappy place for long enough. Okay, and let's get someone in Genoa, since Gusio has a mighty garrison. Yeah, logistic expert, sounds like a man for the job, but he's too expensive. Just get this guy, yeah? We're actually preventing rebellion if we do this. It's not so good. We actually wanted rebellion. Well, that's fine. If you're preventing rebellion, that's also right. Actually, the money should go for agents, yeah? We just completed governor's estate. So why don't we get these brutal chumps? See what they are up to. Authority plus 1, sounds good. Integrity when embarked at sea, that is very niche. And cunning is good. Get the guy with authority first, and then we get the one of cunning. Okay, so what's their action? You must deploy. We need to unlock this. Okay, whatever. What can you do, buddy? We can train our guys. Constant local effect. Okay, so if he's with an army, he provides replenishment. That is good. And then also trains guys. This is very good, in fact. And call to arms is what? Plus 1 recruitment capacity. We don't care about that. Okay, so he's not going to provide any public order, but he provides replenishment and exp for guys, which means going to stick both of them in the most important armies. And then get the third one next turn. And since we have no money for anything else, just going to move on. Okay, Crappy gets attacked us. What do they think they can do with a small fleet like that? We are reinforcing with our fleet. Why would they even attack? Just go aggressive, wipe them out. Looks like fully sunk. Excellent. Also bumps integrity of both these armies. Any losses? 160 guys, not a big deal. Ah, we lost a ship as well, and these guys are wrecked. Oh well. Just release them, yeah? Oh, Morians switched to Latin Christianity. Even less reason now to betray us. We have the same religion. Beautiful. Okay, we got the church, meaning we can get that final priest. Okay, what did the Huns do? They are bumming around here, raiding us with these two stacks, and the three over here are raiding us too. Okay, they are not interested in peace. We can't let them do this. Any chance for non-aggression? Low. How about we pay them? Moderate. Huh? It's not gonna work, yeah? They'll just attack us. If we let them raid us, we're losing massive amounts of public order here. And also money. We can just attack and wipe them out, yeah? I think we have critical mass of units here to destroy 4 of these 5 stacks in a single turn. And then they are down to 1. How about that? Is this a horrible idea? Or should we do that? What we should definitely do is destroy Labu. So these 2 crappy guys turn into vagabonds and we can wipe them out. Wait, we can also attack these guys, yeah? Gets. Can we have a look with spy what they have? Wait, we'll see them as we move the fleet, yeah? Let's do that first. Can we get there with everyone? Yes is the answer. Okay, so Alabu is ours if we want it. Assuming there's no another army inside. And how about this place? Ooh, it's also empty, guys. Look at, we can pick and choose what we want to strike at. Gets are so unprepared for us. Of course we do it, yeah? It goes to what's saying. There's no reason not to. Attack them. Maintain blockade. And we bring guys to reinforce, yeah? Wait, I'll give them last final chance. Peace or get wrecked. Wait, they dropped to 46. They already got wrecked by someone else. And they got that island, yeah? It means they wiped out Danes. Okay. So they have 2 regions but no armies. Just too bad, because they are going to be down to no regions very, very soon. Crack on, guys. And strike. Okay, lost 3 ships. Not a big deal. And let's start with sacking the city. How is the integrity of this crappy army? +6. Can do this a few more times, yeah? I'm not going to do it excessively, but we can max out integrity very simply that way. Yeah, that should be fine. And now we get rid of them. Goodbye. Scandinavian expedition is going well so far. Although it did take a little bit of losses in this one. But if Alabu is undefended next turn, it's gonna be game over for Jutes too. In fact, I'm going to use this agent to slow their bigger army. Maybe they'll not come back. Critical failure. How surprising. The crappy spy, huh? Okay, how are gets looking now? Down to 52. Yeah, of course, relationship is in tatters. They still don't want peace. I guess that seals their fate, yeah? Of course it does. Okay, now, how did our upkeep go down after getting that new tech? Okay, basically didn't change. Last turn, this turn slightly lower, but we did recruit some troops, so chances are it actually is lower. Okay, if we attack this guy, are we getting help by the garrison? We are. Okay, then do it. He actually wants to fight. 5 guys against their 4. Yeah, it could be that he ends up out with our... We need to destroy them, yeah? We might not have enough movement, or they might end up in a place where we are not reinforced by the other garrison, and the guy might not be enough to finish them off, so we are just going to play this. Alright, let's do it. Gonna send spears against horses, attack these guys with our infantry, general and legio, soften the horses up with archers, and also give attack order on the crappy slings, so they actually run away. Guys, you need to attack, yeah? You're casually walking. Run. And pull back. We don't want to fight these horses, we want to pin them with our heavy infantry, yeah? Okay, good stuff. Excellent. Now, cavalry, come here. You don't shoot these guys, shoot their general instead. Spears pylon on their infantry. General, attack. Buddy, don't get bogged down fighting their cavalry. Your goal is to attack slings. It's all good. General's fine. Let them shoot him. Give attack orders so the slings don't shoot. And you press on and you hammer the general. Make sure you use heavy shot, yeah? Go around them and attack them. We have the cavalry is trying to disengage. Switch to shooting them, yeah? And you pull back. They're coming back. They pretty much wrecked, broken. Okay, Switch to shooting the general again. You guys press on. You give attack order so this guy runs away. Okay, these guys losing men fast. Excellent. You rallied? Okay. Spears. Get rid of them. You press on. You need to face the general. This guy broke. Excellent. Attack this one now. And you keep shooting the general. You get behind him and will recharge him. Okay. Second sling pretty much done now that we got him with cavalry. You keep hammering this guy in the back. You get behind them and throw your javelins in their back. General, you winning this? Combat even. You lost 4 guys killing no one. That's not so good. Okay, this guy shattered down to 4. They should not survive, right? Yeah, I think he's done. Come here. How is this one looking? 100 and shaken, and these 1 guy left. Beautiful. Keep hammering the general with heavy shot. This is brilliant. Also pop this. Why not? You unleashed your javelins and got 50 kills. Excellent. Going to charge you soon, but our guys combat even. What is better? Shooting him with heavy shot or charge with both infantries? I'm gonna wait for the spears and then charge. Okay, we won't here. Run them down. Another volley is the last one. Come closer and you guys attack him from here. This should be the end for him. Yeah? Brutal slaughter. All these guys look the same. Maybe because they are our rebels. You stop shooting, yeah? Our slingers. Wiped out. Gonna pile on Cav 2. Because why not? And pile on with Equities. Shaken, huh? 100 of them. Losing slightly. Man, what is this? Okay, they are wavering. They'll break soon. Just gonna speed this up. Yeah, it's over. Okay, full wipeout. 120 guys lost, but this is garrison, yeah? Only a few bodyguards lost. Actually, it doesn't look like it's a full wipeout. Looks like they got away with a guy. 20 bodyguards. Excellent. Ransom and release. And we should have enough to follow up, yeah? We do. Then wipe them out. Nice. How many times do we need to do this ransom and release thing for our guy Stilko to get the trait? Merciful or whatever that is. Out of favor? Our emperor is out of favor? What is this? Okay, you buddy, get more public order. More authority, which is more public order. The army gets more public order. And get back to Londinium. Okay, so this is going up by 2, this is going down by 11. Going to rebel in a couple of turns. Not much we can do about it right now. Huns, what they're up to. We can potentially get non-aggression with them, but can we trust them? I don't think we can. I think we should attack and destroy them. I suspect we have enough here to wipe them out. We have 2 full stacks here plus a garrison, yeah? We attack these guys, they accept the battle, and it's this guy is slightly depleted, this is full. But we also get 6 guys from the garrison. So we have maybe 10 units advantage here, maybe more like 8. I should win against these 2. Mob them up. And then either gang up on this if we have enough left, or leave him for next turn. And here it's a similar situation. There's a slightly depleted stack and a 16 stack. We have 18 and 20. We can get 18 up to full. I think we can destroy 4 or 5 of their stacks this turn if we attack. I'm going to wrap it up here, and I'm really curious what you guys should do here. Should we give it a little bit more time, or get on aggression with them, let them go elsewhere, or should we attack and wipe them out? That's a 5 stacks we can destroy immediately. They'll drop to like the weakest on the map, and we'll have a little bit of time to replenish, yeah? Let me know in the comments what would you do. And subscribe!